cookout, every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there setting up on what it.
Oh.
Nobody coming to the cookout.
Why you say that?
Because they talking about work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, Thursday, scripture breakdown. John Muhammad coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at J.C. Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day also, we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies, it's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Well, sir, I'm really happy now.
You good?
I'm really happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship.
Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. and sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
Yeah, go to messed up, no. Bad news, fit to beat your home, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Chase.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a sock, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them go. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang-Chi. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hope you stay too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and with the speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and outdone. You can't do with them steps, them niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room and pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm Wild West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold up, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold up, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripe, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in they feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? From Wild West, go to war with everybody. I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch your cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died. Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm Wild West, go to war with everybody.
I saw that my
Salam Israel. This is the ISUPK. Under Commander Junior Honda. Started out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. This is the ISUPK Wednesday night Nashville Law class. I am priest and officer Zabak Yasharallah. Here in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Honda, we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group that is on the face of this earth. For we are the ISUPK home of the truth. We're not affiliated with Christianity. We're not affiliated with Scientology, Egyptology, not affiliated with Judaism, Islam. We're not affiliated with no fake religious nothing. For we are home of the truth. Here in the ISUBK since 1969, we've been teaching blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that you are the true biblical Jews according to the words of God. That you are God's chosen people, the greatest people that ever walked the face of this earth. My topic for tonight is stay focused, never give up, especially in the end times that we are in. Because if you are still doing things that is pleasurable and pleasurable to you, then it's no way that you can stay focused. You know, you're giving too much time and putting forth too much energy in keeping up with the now instead of coming and doing what God say do. Even Christianity, even if you look around with Christianity, you will see that Christianity is a hoax. Christianity have been led God's chosen people away, astray, and still have them under a certain spell. You know, I heard Captain Zariak say it best when he said, Christianity is a hell of a drug. It is. It is. Because if you look at a crackhead know that smoking crack is wrong. He knows this. And at some point in time, he gonna want to change. You know, he gonna get tired of that because he gonna see that all he was doing was running amok. All he was doing was getting high. All he was doing was just wasting his time. He has been chasing that first high like forever, and he never caught it. So, with that being said, Christianity, going in Christianity, you have been chased. What that first time that you call yourself, you got to shout, or you just went through something, whatever it was that got your attention and still has it, you is chasing that. Like Christianity has never done nothing for us. It has never done nothing for us because it wasn't created by us. It was given to us, but it was given to us by a whole nother nation of people. It was given to us by the same nation that took us into slavery. Same nation of people that had us under oppression and still have us under oppression. Like it's nothing that you can get out of Christianity but the desires of your heart, the lust of your heart. That's the only thing. And that's gonna keep you from staying focused. Christianity have you that you will give up. But if you're not adhering to what is going on with the truth, then you're not, that's gonna be far from you. That's gonna be far from you. It's gonna take your focus. It's gonna have you thinking over here to the left. It's gonna have you going to the left instead of you going forward, going on the path of righteousness. It's not gonna do that for you. It is not. You're gonna do things that is pleasurable to the naked eye. You're gonna do things that you think is right. Instead of you saying to yourself and coming to the grips of reality and saying to yourself, yo, I have been doing this for X amount of years. I haven't seen my mother do this. I haven't seen my father do this. I haven't seen Big Mama do this. And nothing has changed. Nothing. You still going in you look like like when I look at people that is going in Christianity and thinking that, they're getting false hopes, it's like a dog chasing his tail. I ain't never seen a dog catch his tail. And it's crazy when you look at a dog chasing his tail because you look at the dog like, yo, what is wrong with the dog? But it's a scripture in Proverbs, and it says, as a dog returns back to his vomit, so a fool will return back to his foolishness. And that right there, like, that is one of the many banners that Christianity has been up under. And still to this day, like, as long as you think what you're doing is right. But when you look at it, and I heard it from General Hyman when he said that you see people that keep doing something and they are not prospering from it, it's called fear. It is called fear, especially God shows the people that are not in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, because here you are taught the truth. You taught how to stay focused. You are being taught how to never give up. You are being taught the things that is of God. You are being taught the words that is coming from God. So it's no way that you can sit and say that you don't have a guideline. You don't have Christianity don't have no moral compass. In the ISUPK, the Bible is our moral compass. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments will keep you grounded. It's no way that you can sit and say that, I don't know this, I don't know that. Even if you not in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, still yet, you can chime into the classes. You can ask questions. And you can do this. You have some people that don't really want people to know that they are being chimed in to our classes, but still yet, you still can ask a question. There's nothing wrong with asking a question and you getting the truth. You're getting the truth from the Bible. And I'm saying this with all sincereness. You are getting the truth. Here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, we will open up the Bible in front of you. We gonna give you book, chapter, and verse. We gonna give you precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So it's no way that you're not gonna get how we feel or according to how we feel. You're gonna get it straight from the Most High. That's who you're gonna get it from. You can't sit and say that, well, I wanna kind of believe what they were saying. Nah. And it's not gonna be to the point that you're gonna walk away not having a clear understanding, because you will have a clear understanding. You will have a clear understanding. You're not gonna walk away like, unless you have a certain spirit that's on you that it won't allow you to hear the words of the Most High. But other than that, yes, here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, we answer all questions. We answer all questions. And since I've been in the truth, I have not seen a question that have not been answered. I can't tell you a time. I mean, even listening to when Commander General Yohana said that when he first came, he was sitting on a wooden chair. And he said that he had multiple questions. For every question that he had asked that night, every question that he asked got answered. And he said that did it for him. He said that did it for him, and he never looked back. And since I've been here, since I've been in this truth, like I said, I have never seen not a question that did not get answered. So in these times, the times that we are coming up on, we are coming up on some harsh times, some times that's really gonna make you really question yourself. Like, what am I really doing? Like, what is my purpose? Where do I go from here? Who can I call on? And in ISUBK, we are doing Zephaniah 2 and 1. We are going and gathering that nation that is not desired. Because when you look around and you look and see that the people that are being oppressed, the people that are being unalive, the people that are still being incarcerated, the people that have been incarcerated since, oh man, they have been incarcerated so long till it has then took DNA to have released them. These are God's chosen people. These are the people that we are going back and we are getting. This is that nation that is not being desired. It's no. But we're gonna jump off into some things that's pertaining to staying focused, never giving up. I mean, you too all? Yeah, all right. All right. I forgot to ask. Are there any questions in the class? Are there any questions? Go ahead, young man.
Questions being answered.
Yes. Yes.
ISUPK, the PK part.
Yes.
Practical knowledge.
Yes.
Something that whoever is not in the school could definitely benefit from. I got a really good dose of that last night from some of the brother over here,
Mhm.
I can say that if I was still in the world, that since I've been in the school, which has not been years long as I've been in
Yes.
school, right?
Yes.
But since I've been in the world, since I've been in the school, I've gained not only knowledge of the scriptures, but now access to how to apply the wisdom of the scriptures in a way of practical knowledge.
Yes.
Christian church don't honor you.
No. 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 Nah, but what you saying is what you saying is a thing of truth. What you saying is a thing of truth because by you getting practical knowledge, you are able now to use it in your everyday walk in life. In your everyday walk in life, because now it's things that you was doing, and now that you are absorbing this practical knowledge, you know how to move different. You know how to you can think a little more better because now it's like this right here. Hold up. I was moving like that. That's why I was getting them kind of results. So now I'm moving like this, and things are starting to get a little clever. Things are starting to get a little better now. Now I don't have to walk as hard or walk as fast. I can take my time. I can take my time, and I'm gonna still get there because now you're learning how to move. You learn how to think better. You learn how to think better, and it's good to hear. It's good to see a young man as yourself coming into this truth because you are staying diligent. You and your diligent falls under that consistency. Falls under that consistency, man, and I like that. I like that because I remember I watch you get your hair cut. I watch you. I matter of fact, I recorded it. I recorded it, and but we still got more work to do, and we still gonna keep pushing. We gonna keep going, and we ain't gonna stop until that sky crack. And even with that sky crack, still gonna put in more work. We still gonna go. We still gonna go. Still gonna go. But hey, water to you for your services, man. For real, for real. Yeah, yonder boy. A yonder boy. A yonder boy. But let me get John chapter 8. And now we're gonna go to verse 32. We're gonna go to verse 32. We're gonna start getting into some of these precepts. And we're gonna deal with We're gonna deal with, staying focused, stay focused and stay focused, never give up. Because that's something that a lot of people don't know how to do. A lot of people have not been taught that. And, a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about God's chosen. I'm talking about Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians when they don't rely on the Most High. When they don't rely on the Most High, they feel like I can do this, I can do that, and that's a saying. You keep doing what you do, you're gonna keep getting what you get. Like, you're gonna have to switch up. You're gonna have to try something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that trying something else is that of the Most High. That trying something else is learning of the truth. But I can say this here. A lot of people are coming to learning of this truth. A lot of people are coming to hearing this truth. You know what I'm saying? It just takes a matter of time that they come to the realization that what I've been hearing is really the truth. It's really the truth. Like, it's really the word of God. You gotta put your differences aside and stop looking at these priests and prophets that is of the Lord in the ISUPK and stop worrying like, we are not Europeans. We don't dress like Europeans. You are not gonna see no hard bottoms. You is not gonna see a suit that's supposed to be $1,000 and better. You getting austere men. You getting men that is of the Most High. Because if you go about and you read these scriptures, you can't show me not one prophet that was sent by the Most High that had on a pair of Stacey Adams or had on some alligators, had on a name brand suit, cufflinks, had nah. You're not getting that. You getting that attire from so-called white men. That's why we say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, because he will come to you. He'll come to you a wolf in sheep clothing. he gonna come to you like that, and he only got one purpose. Seek, kill, and destroy. It's a lot. You got that. Go ahead.
This is John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
You should know what?
And ye shall know the truth.
Here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, what you gonna get?
And ye shall know the truth.
Go ahead.
And the truth shall make you free.
It's gonna make you free of all the lies that you have been told, all the lies that you have heard. Hearing that, and some of the things that's in Christianity, it's gonna set you free from being told, talking about, God give you free will. Come as you are. God loves everybody. All of these are lies. That's just like at the top of the lie bracket when it comes down to things that is not going to allow you to stay focused. Because something that will make you give up. One of the things that'll make you give up, going in the Christian church and you looking on to Black leaders that's supposed to build up communities, supposed to teach you, supposed to be there for you. One of the things that you will get that you will see in a church, if say you go into church and you coming up on some hard times, we all do that. We all do that, especially if you don't have like good money managing skills. So now you might need help with rent, you might need help with the lights. But you seeing things that's going on around you within the church. That is why you are going to these people asking for help because you're seeing what's going on. You seeing what's going on. You seeing the preacher pulling up in whatever year you in. You seeing him coming up in a car that's in that year. You seeing it all look nice. So you seeing what's going on. You seeing the money that is being took in the church. Go ahead.
Well, I can say if I may, what you were talking about before the precept with the preacher being dressed all preacherly, if you will, and what you're touching on right now reminds me of something that I come across and watching another class. These preachers and pastors, whatever they go by, they get the whole ism from pimps.
Yeah, but
they are quite literally pimps. That's what God's good all the time, God's good. That don't mean that. That's not scripturally based. Like a lot of the stuff that they have for us for their congregation to just kind of chew on, if you will, is smooth nothings. That's the same thing for pimps. I don't even know real pimps. I just know about pimps from movies. But I mean, the two match up.
So like, but yeah, I remember, and this is where I want to say, I knew, me being from out of New York, I knew about the ISUPK. I did. I have seen them on the corners. I have, but I heard I was watching there was a class coming on, but it had like a little it was talking, and it said something like this right here, talking about pimps in the pulpit. So I never heard that phrase until I seen one of the classes, and I was like, wow. I said, yeah, man, it makes sense because he coming in, he knowing how to talk because he been taught this. He knowing how to say this and how to say that. So it's easy for him, and he don't go, if you notice, the preacher, reverend, bishop, pastor, whatever title they fall up under, they never go and talk to the men. They're always talking to the women. They are always talking to the women. So he'll get that woman, and she gonna go and she gonna recruit. Ain't no telling what she's saying. Girl, you just need to listen to her. Just, girl, come on, come with me. You know what I'm saying? On something like that. Nah, for real, yo, man. Nah, for real. But it's no different than a sister in the world, and she done met a dude. She gonna run and go tell her homegirl. That nigga said something. So for a second, I forgot where I was at. Only thing I could do was just listen to him. It's no different than being in the church. So now when he go and he get this woman, he got one woman. So now guess what she gonna do? She gonna go tell a chick that's in the church that she cool with, that she hang out with, that tight with her. Bam. Okay, there's a second woman. So now he talk. Next thing you know, he got a second one. He got a third one. Yeah, and man, he knocking them off. I remember, hey man, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Just a sidebar, real quick. This preacher came to our house one time, and my pops, I never forget this. My pops, I'm about 9 at the time. My pops was big. He wasn't tall, but he big. Whoa. And this man came and walked in our house. Preaching. He used to hang out with Bob Larry. No lie. Every time you see him, he was like about 6, 7, 8 women deep. No less than 5. Yeah. Every time I ain't never seen him hang out with no man. Man, walked in the house when I'll never get it, one Friday night. So my pops was like, yo, he like, Ty, who that? I said, Dad, I don't know. I said, this man just came in, just sat at the table. He just came and sat at the table. He just came and sat at the table. Mm. So my pops came out of the room. He said, "Yo, man." He was like, "Yo, what's up?" So my mom named Mary. He said, "I come to get Mary to go to church." I'm like, looking around. Now my mom, she she in the house, but I think she was like in the bathroom or something. But we known this man to be a preacher. So my pop looking around, my pop said, "Yo." He said, "Who told you?" He said, first of all, he said, "Who told you to walk in my house?" He said, "Man, I come to get married, man. I ain't, I come." But the man about like 5, I get him about like 5'4" or something like that. Little short dude. My pops at the time, I think my pops about like 6'1", 6'2". My pops wasn't really that tall. My pop said, "Yo, man." He said, "But who told you to walk in my house?" He said, "I don't care what you saying." He said, "Man," he said, "I come to get married, man. I ain't." He said, "Man, she going to church. I ain't leaving here." Man, my pop said, "Yo." He looked at me. He said, "Ty, open the door." Grabbed him, threw him out. Threw him out. That man ain't never came back to our house. That man never came back to our house. But the point that I'm getting to, this is how they move. They move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom thought that I don't know what my mom was thinking. Like my pops ain't play that. You won't walk into my pops house like that. Care who you were. Nah, my pops ain't play that. My pops wasn't no bully or nothing like that. He was quiet. Like my pops the type, he gonna sit down and watch TV all day until it's time for him to go back to work. He ain't doing all that talking, but you're not gonna like he protected that house. But these is some aggressive ass preachers, bishop, whatever title they fall upon. Look at how they rock now today. They'll sit back and have a woman sitting up there doing all the announcements. She running the church, but then she got her little home girl scattered out in their little congregation, and anything that pop off, they controlling the church. He just sit back like this here. He might make a little head gesture. He might make a little head gesture because he got these women in position to move according to what he's saying. Because behind closed doors, he be sitting and talking with them. They be having like little meetings and all that. It might just be one man, might be 7 or 8 sisters, and he telling them what to do. So now it's done come down now that he made them feel like they're a part of something, and in all actuality, his main objective is to get money. Is to get money, get money, get money. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way that you can stay focused behind all this buffoonery, because now she like, "Oh, I'm I'm a part of this. I get to voice myself. I get to act out. I get to act a fool. Yeah, I'm gonna come with the big hat on. Yeah, I'm gonna come with the dress on. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." So now you more focused on you than you ain't even worried about keeping no law, statutes, and commandments, because he is not pushing that. He is not talking about that. He is talking about other things. He keeping your mind focused on uh I'm gonna make you like one of the main priorities in the church. I'm gonna have you doing this, doing that. And it's all buffoonery. So there's no way that you can sit and think that you doing this and you doing that, this and that. So yeah, he'll get up and put on a little show because he know that this is his time to say something. He bringing out the handkerchief. He gonna get a little loud. He might do this, do that. So now he's saying something. Boom. He got his man on the piano. Whenever he say something, and he'll say a couple words, and he got the piano man to make it sound intense. But at the same time, yo, this it's all crazy, but it's no way that you staying focused. Let me get Acts chapter 7 and verse 48. It's no way that you gonna do the things that is of the Most High, because this right here, this precept right here has never been read in a church. And the same Bibles we use, that we use sit in these churches. So with that being said, it's no way that you really getting a full understanding of what to do of what to do. Acts chapter 7, and verse 48. So it's no way that you being taught how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's no way. It's no way that you learning the things that is of the Most High. What you are learning is how to help this preacher, this pimp that's in the pulpit, just stay focused. I mean, Salaki, to help him to keep the money coming in, and that's just it. That's just it. And stuff like that, you will never stay focused. You know what I'm saying? And you done gave up without even knowing that, wow, I can't, you know what I'm saying? In Leviticus, it say that not only am I not to eat swine, I can't even touch it. So if you never been taught that and they telling you that the laws are done away with, guess what? If they tell you that the laws have been done away with and your sins been nailed on the cross with Christ, guess what? Man, you're gonna do everything that is of this world. You're gonna do everything that is of this world. When you get that, you can read it.
This is Acts chapter 7, verse 48. All Akim and Al-Fakim have it. Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
So there's no way that you learning anything. So now you got to ask yourself, if the Most High is not in these temples, who is in these temples? You know what I'm saying? Who is in these temples? Because right here, it lets you know that the Most High is not in temples made by hands. The Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands. And you could plainly see, like, this right here has never been, I never heard of this precept until I came into the truth. I never heard this being read out in no church. Because, first of all, if they was to read this, they'll tell you that you getting the wrong, it's your interpretation of it is such and such, such and such. But it clearly tells you how be it the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. So if you was to ask somebody that you consider your church to be a temple, and there's yes. So now you pull this out, you done box them up real quick. You done box them up. So now they're gonna be like, but hold on. Your interpretation. Now I just ask you a simple question. Do you consider a church to be a temple? That's real simple. Do you consider a church to be a temple? Of course they're gonna say yes. They're gonna tell you yes. So now, by them saying yes, okay. So read Acts chapter 7, verse 48. So now they feel like, oh man, you trying to trick me. No, I'm not trying to trick you. I just asked you a simple question. That ain't no different than you asking somebody like, yo, how long have you been a Christian? So they could say, well, I've been a Christian about 10, 15 years. So what did you do? What did you do for Christmas last year? I did. You see what I'm saying, young man? Like stuff like that. Like you would make a person trample up on their words. So now when you take them to and even if you go like you start talking about Christmas, you can hit them with Amos chapter 5 and verse 21, when the Most High say, I despise your feast days. So now, even if they come back and try to say, well, the law's done away with, okay, well, show me. I got $500 to nothing. All you got to do is show me. You get this $500. This ain't no bet, no nothing. That'll be like this right here. You show me your birth certificate, I'll give you $100. Real simple. So now they ain't gonna be able to show you that. So now they looking at you a certain type of way because they got certain spirits on them. So now they mad at you because this right here, they don't talk like this in a Christian church. So yeah,
Well, if I may, what you're bringing out right here with this precept is so serious because it's reminding me of what I don't know if the Bashamon's class is on
Mhm.
with the different renditions of the Bible.
Mhm.
Like the shopping street so many times. With the sports Bible and the slave Bible and all that. They have the Old and New Testament in some of these churches, but the gag is that they're not teaching it.
They
They're
not.
not going in the book. They just have them in the pews, if they even have them in the pews. But they have the book, the document there. But they're not going to go in there and show the people that, yo, this, what's being taught is a lie. You know?
Because yes.
I was gonna ask a question about what you just read. Acts
Acts chapter 7, verse 48. Yes.
Okay, do that correspond with 1 Kings 27?
First Kings. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there.
8:27.
Let me see what you got. Let me see what you got. You want to read it? I'll read. Okay, I'm gonna wait him. I'm gonna wait him. I'm gonna wait him because you say First Kings chapter 8 and verse 27. Okay.
This is 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 27. But will God indeed dwell on the earth?
Hold that right there. What would God indeed dwell on the earth? He will dwell on earth, but if you let Christianity tap into this, they'll try to insinuate that Christ came and Christ was God in the flesh and this and that and third. But you know, he gonna dwell on earth through his spirit. Through his spirit. He gonna dwell on earth. As far as, because I could go into the scripture and show you that nobody has ever seen the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even down when Moses asked that he could see him, and God told him, say that, no man has ever seen me and live. He said, I'll let you see my backside. You see what I'm saying? And he seen that from a distance, and that changed Moses' whole hair, like his whole hair turned white. So when he came down off of Mount Sinai, like his whole figure, like they was looking at him like, our people was looking at Moses like, yo, but in spirit, he gonna dwell on earth. But go ahead, dude.
Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain thee.
All right, hold on. So we're talking about the heaven. You're gonna have a heaven here on earth. Because when you look at the prayers, when they say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I ain't confused you, Emma. You understand that part? So where heaven gonna be at? But it's a different type of realm.
Right.
It's a different type of realm. Because when you look at the heaven that it talks about that's gonna be on earth, like heaven ain't no different than hell. But it's a condition, a state of being. See what I'm saying? But where the Most High dwell, it's a heaven. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
How much less this house than I have built?
It's uh it don't, because when you look at Acts chapter 7 and verse 48, it's talking about how the Most High don't dwell in temples made by man's hand. So this right here just talking about but God will indeed dwell on but God but with God indeed dwell on the earth. So this more so asking a question, and then it's going into making a statement. It say, behold, the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less the house that I have built? Not to confuse you. It's Acts chapter 7, verse 48. But I know where you got that from. You looked into where they be having like these little things that's in the middle.
I was saying it because it say the temple is not made by man's hands, but then in here it says, but the house I have built.
Mhm.
So that's what I was trying to, like the difference between the not made by man's hands, but then he built the house, the Most High built the house for what?
No. No, the Most High didn't build a house of worship.
Well, not.
Men,
Yeah.
but you gotta look at it like this right here. Look at it like this right here. Let me see if I can bring it all the way home for you with this right here. If they say that we worship God, why do they have all these churches if it's only one God? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So now you have to say to yourself, look at what goes on in these churches. You see what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you got two men, you got a man that's married another man, and the one man, he called himself a pastor, and the other man, he calls himself the first lady? So you think God is in that church?
So the house that he built, saying just like the house in heaven that he built.
The ho- huh. No, but we'll ask that question in class, because I'm trying to get you to understand the difference between Acts chapter 7 and verse 48 and this right here. Because what I'm talking about with Acts chapter 7 and verse 48 is talking about how the things, like what is going on in these temples, and the Most High say that he don't dwell in these temples. Because if you look at what is going on today, it's no way that the Most High is in a temple that is made by man's hands, and you have a woman that is in there preaching. You see what I'm saying? So it's no way. It's no way that uh there's a, like I say, you got homosexuals in there. You have men sleeping with another man's wife. You have women sleeping with another woman's husband. So there's no way that the Most High is in the temple. Go ahead, young man. You had your hand up.
I'm actually reading this thing a little bit. I think the context to this verse, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I think the context to this verse is the building of the first temple of the Lord. Like, this is, I think this is in reference to the temple.
King Solomon.
Oh,
King Solomon.
Verse Acts is speaking on exactly what it's speaking.
Yeah, because in Acts it's more like these churches. That's in reference to these churches. But yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But King David, when he passed the reign down to his son Solomon, King Solomon was able to go on and build a house of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He was able to do that. King David wasn't, because he had too much blood on his hands. He had too much blood on his hands. Let me see. Let me see. And now, God of Israel. Yeah, yeah. Because when you go up to 26, even verse 25, it say, "Therefore now, Lord God of Israel, keep with thy servant David, my father, that thou promised him, saying, there shall not fail thee a man in my sight to sit on the throne of Israel, so that thy children take heed to their way, that thou walk before me as thou hast walked before me. And now, O God of Israel, let that word I pray thee." Verse 26, Salah. "O now, O God of Israel, let thy word I pray thee be verified, which thou speakest unto thy servant David, my father." Verse 27, "But will God indeed dwell on earth? Behold, the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house that I have built?" So yeah, that's yes. Let me see, verse 28. You see, "Yet have thou respect unto the prayer of thy servant, unto the supplication, O Lord my God, to hearken unto the cry, unto the prayer which thy servant prayed before thee today." Verse 29, "That thy eyes may be open toward this house night and day, even toward this place which thou hast said, my name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which thy servant shall make toward this place." Yes, this right here is in reference to King Solomon is building the temple of the Lord. So do you understand? You kind of got the difference now?
Mhm.
Like one is the temple that the Most High told David that he couldn't build due to the fact that his hands was bloody. His hands was bloody for all the unaliving that he had done throughout the years, but he was still a man after God's own heart. So it was passed down to King Solomon to build the temple, which the temple was built. But now when you get in Acts chapter 7 and verse 48, because I got another precept for that. I have another precept for that. So now when you get to Acts chapter 7 and verse 48, when it's talking about how these temples, how the Most High say he don't dwell in these temples made by man's hands. But then you have to say to yourself, why isn't the Most High in these temples that made by man's hands? So now you have to look and see what is going on in these temples. Tell me what's going on in these temples, sis. So if you saying everything, because listen, let me say this here. Let me say this here. When you look at what is going on in the world, what is going on in the world is going on in these temples. So being that the things that are going on in this world, if it's going on in these temples, now do it line up with Acts chapter 7, verse 48. "Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands." So now do it line up. So now out of all the temples, out of all the churches that you could think of, that you know of, and I'm not asking you to like start naming them up, yeah, over here, over here, over here. I'm not asking you to do that. But I'm just asking you for a general visualization of it. Can you say out of all the churches that you have ever seen, is the Most High dwelling in there? Why is that?
Because they not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yes. So now do that line up with this? Acts chapter 7, verse 48.
Mhm.
So now do you get a better understanding? But I got some more for you. Let me get Jeremiah chapter 7. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 4. Because this right here is the precept to Acts chapter 7 and verse 48. This right here is the precept to that. This is why the Most High said, this is why the Most High does not dwell in these temples. When you look at Acts chapter 7 and verse 48, this is why the Most High does not dwell in these temples made by men's hands. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 4. You have it? All right. You with me, young man? Jeremiah, you're going to be in between Isaiah and Ezekiel.
All right. So this is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 4. Trust ye not in lying words.
Come as you are.
Trust ye not in lying words.
Salvation is for everybody.
Trust ye not in lying words.
Men can marry men, women can marry women and still be in the church.
Trust ye not in lying words.
You can have a woman as a preacher.
Trust ye not in lying words, saying the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these.
So it's no way that you can sit and have trunk or treat and still call yourself a Christian. How you gonna stay focused? And then when you do find out the truth, they will have to come back and tell you that, yeah, you can give up on the church, but never give up on the truth. Stay focused on the truth. Never give up on the truth. Come out of Christianity. There's no way that you can stay focused. There's no way that you can live that type of life. But you have a lot of people that don't want to hear the truth. They think that they have a good foundation under them. They think that, okay, I know I'm doing what's right. Just because you ain't getting in no trouble, just because you ain't had no run-ins with the law, just because, oh, I file my taxes every year, I pay my so-called tithes in the church, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You think that you are doing right in the sight of the Most High, and you are not. You are off focus, and you have then gave up. There's no way that you can stay focused and stay balanced. There's no way that you can do that. There's no way that you can do that. But this is another thing that will keep you from not being focused. This is another preset that will keep you from not being focused. This is another thing that will have you will give up on doing what's right, because by you doing this, you will think that you're doing right. Let me get 1 John chapter 2, and we'll start at verse 15. So like, so when you have not been taught, and I hear a lot of people say that, I read the Bible for myself. I have an understanding. But then if you were to ask them a simple question, a practical question, how do you read the Bible? Where do you start off at? I haven't heard some people talk about how they first started off with Genesis. And little do they know that Genesis is a hard chapter to break down. It's a hard chapter to break down. Like, they literally think that when it talks about that serpent, I have done spoke to people and have done said this right here. So you mean to tell me a snake spoke to Eve? Have you ever seen a snake that can speak? And then I have done had some people say this right here. Well, evolution hasn't changed. Ah, man, now we on evolution. So I say, so you believe in monkeys having babies? Well, that's a yes or no question. I haven't had some people tell me yes. So this is what I said. If evolution happened back then it should still be going. Why ain't monkeys? Why ain't if y'all say that monkeys having babies, having humans, why haven't humans gave birth to monkeys? And why haven't evolution still going on? If y'all want to sit and talk about people evolving, like, yo, come on, man, stop. But go ahead, you got that. You got it.
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. All argument of what you have.
God.
Love not the world.
No, you should love the world.
Love not the world.
Do the things that is pleasable to you according to the world.
Love not the world.
Mm-hmm.
Neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
You see that? Doing verse 15. If you are loving the world, guess what? You caught up with everything that is of the world. There's no way that you can stay focused. There's no way that you doing what the Most High say do. It is no way. It is no way that you are doing what the Most High say do. Because the Most High said, love not the world. So then, here we go with this right here. When you look at Christianity tell you that for God so loved the world. The Bible never contradicts itself. It never have and it never will. Man has contradicted himself. But they don't give you the full understanding. And you know, John 3:16 is a whole class by itself. But they would not give you 1 John 2:15 in church. They want you, they want you to be off balance. They want you to be to the point where you can't stay focused. They want you to be to the point where you know, unwillingly knowing you done already gave up. You done gave up on the Most High by not keeping his words. You done gave up on the Most High by not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And they would do that to you. Like I say, this world will have you thinking that you are living a righteous life, and you are not. And you are not. They look at people that, and I'm going to say the world in general, they look at people that are incarcerated like the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. But it's just that the people that are incarcerated, they have gotten caught for the things that they have done. And then you have to say to yourself, you haven't been caught for the things that you have done. And you still do things. You just haven't been caught. You just haven't been caught. But there's a judge that keep records of everything. Every move you make, even down to your thoughts. Even down to your thoughts. But living according to this world will have you in a fix that you think that you being sly, you think that you move in a certain way, you think that you this and that and third, and your focus is off. Your focus is off because you're too busy thinking about how I can keep up with the now. You're too busy worrying about this. You're too busy doing this. You're too busy going here, going here. You don't even have time. The Most High is not even in none of your thoughts. Only time you think about the Most High is when you come into a jam. And then that's when you look at the Most High like he a spare tire. The Most High said, you honor me with your mouth and your lips, but your heart is far from me. Meaning that, oh, how I love the Lord. Oh, how I do this, how I do that. But then when it's time to do what the Most High say do, now you have a problem. Now you don't want to do what the Most High say do. because it's taken away from you doing what you've been doing. But then you are quick to say how I love the Lord. The Lord know my heart. The Lord knows me. You right, he do. You right, he do. Go ahead.
So I was saying, in verse 18, it's funny I never came across this until just now. In verse 18, it says that infant is antichrist. I want to know, because I'm seeing this with a new lens, with the right lens, right? Is the Antichrist mentioned in this verse 18 potentially these false prophets, or like preachers or false through the words that are in these churches, or like, I don't know, Islamic leaders or people that are leading Israel astray?
Yes.
What is?
No, the Antichrist is somebody that is against the Most High. Somebody that is against the Most High. The sum it up. And yeah, Islam, Jehovah Witness, Christianity, can't leave them out. You know, the Most High, I mean, the Most High said that I mean, if you ain't with the Most High, you against him. Real simple. Real simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot of people, you know, the Most High say you honor me with your mouth and your lips, but your heart is far from me. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's good that you seen that. It say little children, it is last time as ye have heard that the Antichrist shall come even now. Well, there are many Antichrists whereby we know that it is the last time. Yes. Yes, it is many. It is many. And looking at verse 18, man, you got to say to yourself, man, look how long the Bible been around.
Oh.
Look how long the Bible been around. That's why the Most High said this right here. The Most High said that my ways are higher than man ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. So you have people thinking that their way is all right just because you listen to them, just because you listening to them at that moment. But all the prophecies that are in the Bible have been came to pass and still have some still yet to come. So it's no way, and you know, even the Most High said this here too. He said, my words will go out and won't come back void. Meaning that everything and the Most High said is a thing of truth. Because even when you look at verse 21, it said, I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. That no lie is of the truth. So there's no way that a person can sit and say that anything about God's words. That's why I don't get how people sit and say that they read the Bible for themselves when you don't even know how to break the Bible down. Because if you ask them, well, where do you start at? I haven't heard some people say, I read all of John. So you mean to tell me that you read the whole book of John and you ain't used not one precept? That ain't no different than you just reading a regular book. You just take a book off the shelf like you reading about, say, spaceships. Or you reading about growing flowers, something like that. You just reading the book through. The Bible, nah. Because once you start implementing and reading them precepts, the Bible start talking to you.
On that topic, so I've been reading the Bible. I've been reading. I started in Genesis, and then because I wanted to know about the song, I was reading. I started First Kings. That's how I got to that piece of music.
Mm.
How would you say that one should start to read the Bible? Because from my education and what I know is a few months back. But obviously, Genesis, I'm now learning, is a very complex, very allegory of the book.
You read the Bible. You read the Bible with precepts. I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let the Most High tell you. Check it, Isaiah 28. Go to Isaiah chapter 28. Isaiah chapter 28. We're gonna start at verse 9. And I'm gonna let you see what the Most High said. Because what you said, I was taught that. You read a book from the beginning. But with the Bible, this is what God said how to read the Bible. And so I'm not gonna sit here and tell you
So it was 28 verse 9.
Come. All right, read that.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Aquaman and Aquaman have it.
God.
Okay, whom shall he teach knowledge?
Hold up. This is a question. Whom shall he teach knowledge? Whom shall he teach knowledge? So the knowledge you're going to get is the Bible. So it's asking the question, whom shall he teach knowledge? And I'm going to say this here, because the Bible's written to God's chosen people, Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So whom shall he teach knowledge? Anybody that is of the 12 tribes, God's chosen people. All right, go ahead.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
All right, these are two questions. So doctrine is like teaching. So this right here, whom shall he teach knowledge? Whom shall he make to understand doctrine? All right, go ahead.
Them that are
Weaned.
Them that are weaned from the milk.
All right. Them that are weaned from the milk. So you coming in, learning the Bible. You have to be taught how to read the Bible like a baby. I'm not calling you no baby, but you take a baby for instance. Let me use this metaphor. You wouldn't take a baby and feed that baby like asparagus, cream corn, rice, and all that stuff. Nah, you're gonna get a baby milk. And the reason that you're giving the baby milk because you're trying to you making the baby to grow. So now as the baby start getting bigger on the milk, then you start adding like they got like the baby oatmeal. So now they got like baby food. So now the baby's starting to get bigger, the baby start getting bigger. So now guess what? I done seen some old school mothers, they'll take like some rice and mash it down and you know what I'm saying? They'll take like some peas and string beans, mash it down, take some mashed potatoes, mash it down. I haven't seen mothers take food, put it in their mouth, break it down, put it back on the spoon and give it to the baby. So now you are growing. You are growing. That's what you're gonna do that's what you're gonna do with the words of the Most High. So you would have to be fed like a milk because can't come out and give you the meat. Because to come out and give you the meat, then you be like this, hold up. You will say that you understanding and not really getting a good understanding. So now we're gonna have to give you the milk. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you would be taught how to read the words of the Most High. So come on.
And drawn from the breasts.
All right. Come.
Verse 10. For precepts must be upon precepts.
So you know what the word precept means? Go ahead. Go ahead. It would be that, but a precept ain't nothing but a command. Precept ain't nothing but a command. Precept is nothing but a command. So now, you know what precept means. So now you know that you're getting a clear understanding of how to read the Bible. So come on, continue.
Line upon line.
All right. So come on.
Line upon line. Here a little.
That here a little. Old Testament. Come on.
And there a little.
New Testament. Here a little. Look. Let me show you how to look. Here a little. There a little. But you're going to use precept upon precept. So now, I'm going to give you a precept to this. Go to Psalms 119 and verse 104. Verse 104. I'm gonna give you two precepts. I'm gonna give you two precepts. Just let me know. Let's find this out. So just let me know when you get the Psalms 119. Okay. So you there? Not yet. So now you're getting you're getting an understanding of how to read the Bible, not according to what nobody say, but what the Most High is saying. You're gonna go to Psalms 119 and verse 104.
All right, so this is Psalms 119, verse 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding.
So you seeing what the Most High is saying? Through thy precepts I get understanding. Because like I told you, once you start using precepts, you're going here a little, there a little. Because it might be you see like how in Acts you read chapter 7 and verse 48. So now Jeremiah, he was helping break down what was said in Acts chapter 7 and verse 48. And you came to Acts chapter 7 and verse 4 of Jeremiah. But go ahead.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
So you know what that every false way is? That every false way is what you have been taught, what any of God's chosen people have been taught in Christianity. That every false way is this right here: come as you are. God loves everybody. Salvation is for everybody. So every false way that is being taught in Christianity, Most High say He hates that. You see how they tell you, even when you look at how they say God loves everybody, and then they'll tell you that God don't hate. But once again, in Christianity, they don't read the Bible. They don't read the Bible because God hates. So now I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna give you another precept dealing with dealing with precepts. You go to like 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, and chapter 3, and give me verse 36. Because now you're really gonna get a full understanding of when you're dealing with precepts. Because once you read that, then I'm gonna show you. When you read that, I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna read something for you. And I'm gonna show you how, when you're using precepts, how the Bible start talking to you, how the Bible start telling the story. And it's good. It's good to know these precepts. That's why I like Karyala, hey, precept, hey man. Karyala got precepts for days for you. Like you can sit back and say something like this right here. Well, I got a precept for that. And you ain't even finished saying what you said. Like, yo, I thought about, hold up, brother. I got a precept. Like, who can know it? Oh God. You see what I'm saying? Yo, man, you could be on, hey, y'all are gonna get you together. I'm talking about he gonna get you together.
Right, so this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 36.
Mm-hmm. She ain't got no apocrypha. Nah, this in the apocrypha. This in the apocrypha. Gotta get you together. Gonna take you to the bookstore. You don't have no apocrypha. You got apocrypha in that book? But I'm getting ready to show you how, when you use these precepts, young man, how the Bible start talking to you. So when you had it, you can read it.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts.
So you know who Israel is, right? All right. God's chosen people. All right, go ahead and continue.
But not the heathen.
You see that? So now I'm gonna show you. When this is our Bible, this is our Constitution. When you look at Psalms chapter 147, I'm gonna read this real quick. Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So you see how all this is coming back to us. All this is coming back to us. You know what I'm saying? It's our Constitution. All right, verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. See how this come back to us? So you see how when you read in 2nd Ezra chapter 3 and verse 36, I say that thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. So now when you look at our black leaders that's in Christianity, there's no way they're gonna help you stay focused. Because you have a lot of our people that have went to theologian school, which is white supremacy. So they have been taught their way. And white supremacy, it's all about money with them. It's all about money with them. It's no, I'm teaching you the thing that is of God. But they don't have God in none of their thoughts. Not one. But I'm gonna show you something else. We're dealing with this right here. Like when you look at, you can write this down. I'm gonna just read this real quick. Like when you look at Psalms 50 and verse 5, Psalms 50 and verse 16. The Most High said, but unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? You see how they took our book and made billions upon billions off of it? Like the Most High said, yo, y'all ain't even got no business even holding this book. If you really want to be technical with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they have done took our book and said that, yo, this is a religious book. But there's no way that you can stay focused calling yourself being a Christian. Yes.
When I was like coming up in church and my granddaddy was a pastor and we had went to some church and the pastor whatever was preaching and my granddaddy had asked him something about he was like telling him about he was like, well, you know the council won't let me talk about that. And I'm like, but this your church, but like if you in the council or if the council got you over a certain position, it's some stuff they won't let you talk about. So you ain't teaching what you supposed to teach in the beginning. If you got a hold a position and can't teach what you really want to teach.
But for him to make a statement like that, he got to make himself look like he politically correct by saying the council. Just that word alone, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, oh, okay, he limited to saying what he can say.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know they would still pass around that collection plate.
Right.
That ain't stopped. With, you know, and I'm gonna say this until I can't say it no more. Every church ain't nothing but a trap house. That's all. They there to get one thing, just to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have, like, look at us. We all got slaves. They'll tax us. You got to pay taxes. You mess around and try to make a little slick move on your taxes, they're going to jam you up. But you mean to tell me you could go in a building every Sunday and get tax-free money? You have some people that get into that business, and that's a business. It ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. That's a business. They go into that because they know what they have done seen growing up. Going to church with your mother, going to church with Big Mama. They know that they have been seen, oh, dang, all that money going around. And I'm all you gotta do is get up in there and tell some lies and sit and shout real loud and say this and say that. Yo, because at the end of the day, they know that they're gonna profit too. They know that they're gonna profit. They know that, oh, all right. But little do they know they're in judgment of the Most High. So, like, you done gave up on the Most High. There's no way that you talking about I'm staying focused and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Nah. But one of the things I wanted you to read, though, young man, like being in the world, and this right here, I have you off your little stumbling block too. Go to James. We're gonna start at chapter 4 and read verse 4. Like this right here will have you to the point where you like this right here. All right, I'm doing the things of the world, but once again, you're doing things that is pleasurable to you. You're doing things that you like to do, the lust of your heart, for a better way of saying it. And you know, and this right here runs rapid. It runs rapid in the church. I mean, rapid. Like hey, they do this so much, man. Till yeah, it's in between Hebrews and like first. It's in between First Peter and Hebrews. But little do they know, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to answer, man. It ain't gonna be no preacher thing. Oh, you have it? All right. Most High in Christ.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 4. All argument off, you have it? Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is the enemy with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of God.
Yes. 'Cause there's no way that you call yourself being an adulteress or adulteress and adulterer, and you just doing the thing that is of your heart. You're doing what is pleasurable and pleasure to you. So you more focused on that. You way more focused on that. But being that you live in a worldly life and you're not doing the things that is of the Most High, it's it's crazy because we coming up in some times where you really gonna have to come back to the Most High. You should take it upon yourself and just want to do it. Look at the things that you have done went through. Look at the suffering of God's chosen people, especially if you Black, Latino, and Native American Indian. You should want this for yourself because it is not getting no better for God's chosen people. For the people that you are seeing being oppressed, for the people that you are seeing being unalive, for the people that you are seeing being incarcerated on a large amount, like you got to come to grips and say that, you know, it's time that I change. Doing all these things like celebrating Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, New Year's, all these crazy man-made holidays, and every holiday that I ever heard of that's been celebrated, somebody hasn't gotten unalive. Argument, it never went good. It has never went good. But we'll sit and say some crazy stuff like this right here. Well, yo, that's on them. Yo, that's we. But here in the ISUPK and the Commanders in the priests and prophets, we get it. You don't know the truth. You never been taught the truth. You never been taught how to stay focused. You never been taught that you should never give up. And being that you never been taught that, you going, what's up?
A lot of the precepts, but I guess I want to rephrase my question. So, what would be the most straightforward books to be start understanding the Bible? Because I know that it's to be read with precept, right? But if I only have
I mean it. Go ahead.
Given amount of time that I read through, I obviously can't have near enough precepts to cover everything that I can read in the Bible, right? So would like Deuteronomy and Leviticus be a good place to start? Like they're law based, or Exodus, because to me it sounds like it's a pretty straightforward, not too allegory related story. But that's more what I'm trying to figure out. I know that the precepts you mentioned.
All right, let me pick your brain for a second. What is it that you want to learn about? Okay.
I just want to know where to start.
If,
in my free time.
okay. If you want, I mean, you're gonna learn about everything that is in the Bible, but I want you to pinpoint something. Like, do you want to learn about the foods that we can eat, or do you want to learn about like where we came from, how we got to this? I need you to be a little more specific. I get to everything part because you're gonna learn everything. You're gonna learn everything.
To be specific, I want to learn about the culture that we come from as Israelites, the laws and statutes, not to sound too complicated, right? But laws and statutes that created the culture that we think.
All right. So you would have to go back into and like into the first 5 books. I think you can start in like I think you start like in Exodus. Exodus, because that's when we came out of captivity. When we came out of captivity.
Well, I figured if I was starting Genesis, that's when Israel was born. That's
But it
Esau, you see Jacob.
my mind ran on that, but Genesis kind of hard, and you have to sit down. Like my best recommendation, sit down with a Karyala. Sit down with a Karyala. But yeah, you can start with Genesis. Yeah, you can start with Genesis. Yeah, because that's when we went into I ain't going back too far, but we went into captivity. Went in captivity under Pharaoh.
That's the end of Genesis. Then
Dang, I ain't here before.
see, you wouldn't understand none of it, in Genesis, if it goes in order. The first 5 books are in order. So
Right.
you would see how we ended up being done like in Exodus at the end of Genesis.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, but you have to sit down. Yeah, the water. But you have to sit down with a Karyala. That's my best recommendation because Karyala got precepts upon precepts. Like Genesis, it's a tough book. Genesis is a tough book. Like you have to sit down. Like you know what I'm saying. And yeah, Genesis is it's a tough book. But yeah, Karyala, he got the precepts, but that's who you sit down with. But you have to carry Karyala like he got like some little free time. Cause that's what he loved to do. That's what he loved to do. And Genesis is. I remember sitting in one of his classes, man. I was like, whoa. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah. But I got this one last precept for you, man. Matthew chapter man. Dang. Let me see. Man, I didn't even write the precept down myself. Hold on. Oh man, why I ain't write this precept down, Matthew? Hold on. I'm gonna get with you, man. Dang, I'm slipping. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. Huh?
See, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. Because you got it? All right, you can read that.
It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Akim and Akim have it. No man can serve two masters. Wow. For either he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
Yeah, you cannot serve God and money, man. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't no English. You can't serve 2 masters. There's no way that you can, call yourself Thanksgiving. Something as simple as call yourself talking about, oh, I'm just buy some flowers, get a little box of chocolate, like doing Valentine's Day. And then, you know, or things that you do for money. You can't. You can't. But in order to stay focused, I'm gonna read this one real quick. When you look at Ecclesiastes chapter 12, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and verse 13. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. It say, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. You know, you gotta fear God. You know, they say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and fools despise wisdom. So in order to stay focused and never give up, you gonna have to fear God and keep his commandments. You're gonna have to. Because at the end of the day, you cannot do the things that is of this world. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot. Either you're gonna love the one, you're gonna hate the other. And by you keeping the things that is of this world, doing the thing that is of this world, you is hating God. You is hating God. You is hating God. You is hating God. And powerful scripture breakdown class tomorrow. Priestess Officer 1000, Karyala. We got the Feast of First Fruits, you know, started Sunday, April 12th, lasting all the way to May 31st. You can find that in Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 27 to verse 32. I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbarak Thumb, to the sisters, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thumb, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, class dismissed.
Man, ain't nobody coming to the cookout. Every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there setting up on what it.
Oh.
Nobody coming to the cookout.
Why you say that?
Because they probably got work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, Thursday, scripture breakdown. John Muhammad coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at J.C. Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day also, we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies, it's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Well, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the